Hey guys, so today I have swatches of the Orly Plot Twist collection for fall 2023. There are 6 polishes here altogether. These are available right now, so I will link the Orly website down below where you guys can check these out, and I'll get into the swatches. So the first polish is called Shaky Alibi, and this is just described as a mauve cream. Fantastic formula on this one. It is very opaque, really creamy, goes on very smooth, levels itself out really nicely. Orly does cream polishes really well, and I know that, but I still was surprised at how opaque this was on the first coat for being such a light color. And obviously this covers completely for me in 2 coats, as it was really close in one, just not quite there. So that is 2 coats of Shaky Alibi. The next polish is called Active Folly, and this is described as a moss cream. I don't know how I feel about this being called moss, but it is so ugly, and I love it so much. Just like the last polish, the formula is fantastic. It levels itself out really nicely. It's very opaque on that first coat, and it just goes on like butter. Also easily covers in 2 coats. This does dry a little bit darker than when it was wet. I was actually looking for that in the last polish and didn't really see it, but I can see it just a little bit in this one. So that is 2 coats of Active Folly. The next polish is called In The Conservatory, and this is described as a dusty brick red. The formulas for this entire collection are really, really impressive, so I might end up repeating myself a lot and blowing through these kind of quickly. This is very opaque. Not quite a 1-coater, but really close. The formula is great. It levels itself out really nicely, goes on really smoothly. It did cover completely for me in 2 coats, and it did dry just a little bit darker than when it was wet. So that is 2 coats of In The Conservatory. The next polish is called Unraveling Story, and this is described as a rich gray. If this is a gray, it's a very, very blue gray. I would say it's more gray-blue than blue-gray, if that makes sense. Fantastic formula on this one as well. Nearly opaque in 1 coat, not quite there. Really easy to apply. This went on very smoothly and leveled itself out really nicely. Covered completely in 2 coats and also dries just a little bit darker than when it's wet. So that is 2 coats of Unraveling Story. The next polish is called Don't Be Suspicious, and this is described as a rich chocolate cream. This is a very warm chocolate brown. It is a little bit more sheer than the other polishes in the collection. On the first coat, it has a slightly more crelly formula, but even then, it still covers completely in 2 coats and has the really good, smooth, self-leveling feeling that all the other polishes have. So that is 2 coats of Don't Be Suspicious. And the last polish is called Endless Night, and this is described as a carbon blue shimmer. Great formula on this one as well. Very opaque, not quite a 1-coater, but still very opaque. There were some brush strokes through that shimmer, but they were very minor and they did blend in really well as the polish dried. And this did cover completely for me in 2 coats. I'm not usually a big shimmery polish fan, at least this kind of shimmer, but I did really like this one. So that is 2 coats of Endless Night. Orly's cream formulas are kind of starting to remind me of Essie's cream formulas. I won't say that Orly hits the nail on the head as often as Essie does formula-wise on the creams, but they are very good, and I feel like the more collections that come out, the fewer polishes disappoint me, if that makes sense. But my favorite is going to be Active Folly. It's so ugly. It's so ugly, and I love it. I can't tell if it's yellow, if it's green. It's somewhere in between, yeah, like yellow, green, brown. Very gross looking color. Really, really love it. So that one is my favorite, and the formula obviously is also really good, which is a huge benefit. So that is the Orly Plot Twist collection for fall 2023. Again, I will link the Orly website down below where you guys can check those out. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.